of the wicked.
The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. You know? So
like
Esau's rules. Well, I'm gonna run right here. Take over. Hey, I'm just check on that. Does it look like he might be?
So like the scripture said, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. That's why the Lord gave Esau the spiritual sword.
Oh, yeah.
Let's read that again.
All right. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Right. So as you was explaining, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So people keep saying that that you know the Edomites are the Arabs, right?
Yeah.
You know, how the hell are they the Arabs when the Arabs are suffering under Esau as well? They heathens, no doubt, but the Arabs are suffering under Esau as well. You know. So how the hell is Esau and Arabs, man? So I'll read that again, and we gonna prove that. Read that. Keep reading. You don't have to read.
All right. He covered the faces of the judges thereof.
He covered the faces of the judges thereof, man. The Arabs, they didn't do that. You know, look who's in charge. Look who's in charge of the chemtrails, the GMO foods and shit like that, man. Esau. The Arabs don't control none of that. You know? Because they want that.
Yeah. If not, where and who is he?
If not, then where and who is he? Now go to Genesis 25 and 25. I'll get back to you. Okay. You know, this is some kind of proof that Arab, we don't go on skin color, but you know Esau is red as hell, man. Hey, some of them Arabs look like got my complexion, man. You know, even though some Edomites do too. But go ahead.
What about the East Indians?
The East Indians, yeah.
Hard as shit.
Right. So
The hardest one.
right. So this is like my biggest question is like, how the hell is are Edomites? Because like I said, the Arabs don't run the earth right now. Esau does. You know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead.
All right, it's Genesis 25 and 25.
I always go to this when it comes to Esau.
And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment.
That's Esau. That's not Arabs. You know. Where'd you get that Arab stuff from? Now, if you go to Obadiah, man, you know, you got it. Who the hell Esau is?
If you listen to this next part, this explains it more. All right. And they called his name Esau. Esau, not Arabs.
Yeah, you got another doctrine too, man, that Africa is the motherland.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit, man.
And that's just another way to throw off Israel. Because Esau, he don't want us to come back to our power. As soon as we come back to our power, that's when he knows he's gonna lose his power. You know? So he don't want that to happen anytime soon. You know? So Esau is sort of like he's trying to like guard his blessings. You know? His blessing was the sword. His blessing was the land. You know?
His blessing is the whole world right now.
Which shows you that they're not really, they're scared. You know, because they have all these different defense mechanisms in order to try to preserve what is there. Like the cop right here, right? If Bank of America wasn't afraid of somebody doing something to the bank, they wouldn't have him right there hired.
Right. That makes, yeah. They wouldn't have locks on their doors.
Yeah.
You know?
You ain't gonna have to have that in the kingdom.
Yeah. What should you say? The Jerusalem gates are going to be open 20 continually. So we're going to have all the nations bringing in goods. Constantly.
And if the nation don't bring in their goods,
yeah. We're going to deal with them. They ain't going to get no rain.
We're going to rule with a rod of iron.
Yep, they're going to get hit upside the head. Just like they do, just like the so-called white man do with us. You know, when we don't pay our taxes, would he come and get us? Lock us up?
He'd lock us up, seize our property, but we don't have property. Just make it hard for you. Level your bank account.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
49. All right.
We'll finish up and then.
All right. This is Jeremiah 49 and 10.
It's hot today.
But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself.
Yeah. So Esau, you ain't gonna be able to hide yourself anymore. The truth is out the bag. You know? The truth is out the bag. It's already out, Esau. So make your move. You elite. You are top banking families. Rothschild, DuPont, all them weird night. It's over, you know?
Even if they don't, the scriptures talk about that the Lord is going to stir up the spirit of the Medes, man.
That's right.
You know, he's going to make them moves.
Yeah.
You know, I know you always make the point that, you know, sometimes they're gonna want to do stuff and they ain't even really gonna want to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Like with Yahushua.
Yeah, that when they fight in Yahushua, they ain't gonna want to fight these chariots.
Yeah. Even when they hung him before they lynched him. Some of them didn't want to. Pontus and them didn't really want to lynch him, man.
Pontius Pilate, he tried to wash off his hands and
Yep.
try to get off the guilt.
Yep.
But he was still guilty because he's an Edomite.
Yep.
And he did something in his past life and his other past life,
Yep.
you know, torturing Israelites and that life, the same lifetime.
Yep. Yep.
Can you imagine what they was doing to Israelites when the Lord was on the scene?
Yep.
They were doing worse things than what they're doing to it now than ever. Hanging us, torturing us, you know?
It's going to be worse the times that was about to come, man. All the different torture methods that Esau got set up for our people, man. Just starving them nowadays with this food that we eat right now ain't no food.
Well, the power going out is a torture.
Yeah.
At 100 degrees, the power go out.
You gotta sit up there, you gotta smell your peoples, you know what I'm saying? They ain't take a bath.
Yeah.
They ain't get they can't use nothing for sanitation. You know? You gotta smell that type of stuff. Food going bad in the refrigerator.
Yep.
You hungry,
Yep.
thirsty. Heck, even going through a Day of Atonement, you know, it's a little rough.
Yeah.
You know, you forcing it, but you can't eat or drink anything. You don't got nowhere to go, so you might see that roach right there for these 2/3, and they might eat that shit.
And you know a mammoth gonna eat anything in sight. You ain't gonna have
Put
no
some hot
trees out.
sauce on.
Yep. And you can get hot sauce.
Hey, they showed you that on Book of Eli. When they was doing barter system, he trading condiments. He traded a guy a wet napkin and some ketchup and a bottle of shampoo.
And he went off because he killed the cat.
Oh yeah.
And he said when he went in there to barter, he said, "Show me your hand."
Yeah.
I think they were trying to see if he was one of the part of the government.
That plague, that wasn't that some kind of plague or something? No, they had a group of people that was robbing people, and they was getting to the point where they was eating their limbs, their fingers and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was synonymous to that chip too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But I mean, you know, sometimes it's funny because that's what I wanted to go into. Y'all think it's bad now, man. When the times come, when Jacob's trouble come, man, it's gonna be that much worse, man. It's gonna be that much worse, man. You gonna have situations where you know everything be shut down, man. You ain't gonna know what to do. Bring that out, that Isaiah 59. It's Isaiah 59 and 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him.
Yeah, when in them times when the enemy come, man, the Lord's going to be there, man, and he's going to protect you, protect the elect from those enemies, man.
The spiritual power.
Exactly, with spiritual power in that time, man. But you also, it's only going to be for the elect, man. Other than that, man, you 2/3, it's going to be time. You're going, even the elect, man, you're going to be in situations where you don't think you ain't think you was going to be in, but you gotta have faith, man. You gotta have faith and keep pushing to the end, man. It's a little bit more on that.
It says, and the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression in Jacob, saith the Lord.
And the Redeemer, man. Who coming to redeem, man? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. That's who it's going to be, man. Along with his elect, man. You get second address 15 to 14, up the shot. You know, because it's going to be trying times where we ain't never seen before, man. The day of the Lord, like the brother brought out earlier, going to be like he going to come like a thief in the night. It's going to be a dark time, man. Shit, it's a lot of things we ain't never seen before, man. And then who knows, man? You say you're going to have the faith and going to be able to keep taking that chip. You're going to be able to not eat that pork and things like that. But you don't know, man. Just because you're able to sustain that right now, you pray and ask for the Spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua to stay on you so you won't have to go to that.
They say the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak.
Exactly. And there's also a scripture that says the spirit fights against the flesh. Yeah. You know, slightly paraphrasing.
One of them say the spirit make an intercession for the flesh. So your spirit is like putting prayers for, trying to get you protected even when you're not praying.
That's the
15, 14.
The second Ezra's 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
Woe to the world and them that dwell in. So, destruction to the world, man, and them that dwell in, man. That's coming from the scriptures, man. And that sign right there, that's also going to be some devices that's going to be used to help take this world down. The chariots, man. The chariots of the Lord, man. Not talking about chariots where you riding with horses, man, but actual UFOs, man. What the world call unidentified flying objects, but we know them to be chariots. You know?
It says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh.
For the sword and their destruction draweth near, man. The sword is going to be the chariots. Also, the ICBM missiles, man, is drawing near every day, like the brother just brought out earlier. Like the scriptures say, in the last days you will hear rumors of war, man. You hear rumors of war every day, man. With this so-called leader we got running this place, man. He constantly keeping stuff going, being an agitator, being a butthole. You got what is it? That oil tanker just was took captive. You got also you had the drones being shot down. Every at least 2 or 3 times out of the week, there's something going on with wars and rumors of wars involving the United States, aka Babylon the Great.
Even when Trump puts a tariff on another country, that's still a war or rumor of war.
And a sanction as well.
Yeah. And you still got a part of his sword, which is different diseases. I just seen something brought out about
Esau is using Lyme disease and ticks as a form of warfare.
With the government. Con, I seen that. As a population control tactic.
Continuing on, it says, for their sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands.
And for the sword, what do you say? For the sword, destruction is near. For the sword, destruction is near.
For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh,
Right.
and one people shall stand up to fight against another.
And one people should stand up to fight against another, man. You're gonna have race wars. You're gonna have cities fighting against cities, man. You're gonna have nations, the cities meaning nations against nations, man.